Hello, guys. A warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to Tilt Info. Today we are going to discuss about COVID-19. So, our whole video today will be on the analysis of COVID-19. My video covers some basic questions like how are people actually recovering from COVID-19 without vaccine? Number of people affected by COVID-19, origin of COVID-19 and patient 0, biological description of COVID 19 internally and externally. How outbreaks from similar family viruses affected our past, effects that last after we recover from COVID 19, how this virus is transmitted, how much time does it remain over different surfaces, percentage of different symptoms for one suffering from COVID 19, how to prevent getting affected by COVID 19. So, a lot to know, a lot to discuss. Let's get started. To start with COVID 19, it is a virus which affected a lot of people all around the world, as we can see from the graph. A graph indicates the number of active cases and the number of recovered cases. The number of active cases is represented by the blue graph, and the number of recovered cases are described by the green one. So, the virus is not fatal, but it spreads in an unimaginable manner, and to that of recovery rate is very slow. From the graph, we can say person who are recovering versus the active cases is making a vast difference, and who now consider it as a pandemic. In milder cases, patients struggling to maintain blood pressure are treated with intravenous drip as shown in this picture. Basically, it is a small plastic tube which is attached to a needle at one side and the container at the other side. Fluids are also given in the cases of diarrhea, and to help them get relief from the pain, they are treated with ibuprofen. Ibuprofen is a medication which is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug that is treated for relief from pain, fever and inflammation. So to conclude, people with mild condition recover from COVID-19 on their own. And the 2D and the 3D structure for ibuprofen are given in this picture and this picture. So let's get started with the origin of COVID-19 and patient 0. SARS-CoV-2 is believed to have zoonotic origins. It has close genetic similarity to bat coronaviruses, suggesting it emerged from a bat-borne virus. Here, zoonotic generally means a disease that can be transmitted from animals to human beings. An intermediate animal reservoir, such as pangolin, a African Asian mammal, is also thought to be involved in its introduction to humans. Chinese scientists first isolated SARS-CoV-2 on 7th of January 2020 from patients in Wuhan. So a lot of people have question in their mind how a pangolin will take part in transmitting COVID-19. So pangolin generally is a carrier for COVID-19, which resulted in transmission of COVID-19 because Wuhan market serves a lot of extinct species and one of them is pangolin. China, who had pneumonia of unknown cause in December 2019, genomic studies show relative few mutations, so the virus likely emerged a few weeks before health authorities detected it. A report from Fox News claims that Chinese government actually knew about coronavirus 1 month earlier than they claimed. There have been a long controversies between USA and China for patient 0. So, to give you a basic review over patient 0, it is used to refer to the people identified as the first carrier of a communicable disease in an outbreak. China claimed patient zero to be a US soldier, but the latest news till now says that the patient was a Wuhan shrimp seller, V, from Wuhan market. However, she was not the one who was patient zero in real means, because she was the one who was first tested positive for COVID-19. The first known corona patient is reported to be a bed-bound man in 70s with no connection to seafood market where we worked. Now coming next to biological description of COVID-19. Coronavirus is a large pleomorphic spherical particles with bipolar surfaces projection. Here, pleomorphic generally means the ability of some microorganisms to alter their morphology, biological functions, or reproductive modes in response to environmental changes. The diameter of viruses is around 120 nm. The envelope of the virus in electron micrographs appears as a distinct pair of electron dense shells. The viral envelope consists of a bilipid layer where the membrane, envelope, and the spike structural proteins are anchored. A subset of coronavirus, specifically the member of beta coronavirus subgroup A, also have shorter spike like surface protein called hemagglutinin esterase, that is spelled in initials HHE. So, uh, the looking at further informations, the inside envelope we will discuss further in next slides. So here is the basic structure of how the virus looks from outside and how the virus looks from inside. So the spikes that we are talking about were the spikes called the glycoprotein spike. There are also M protein spikes or its body, and the red shell indicates the envelope, and the inside have the RNA and the N protein, which is helpful for replicating itself in a host cell. Now coming next to the biological description of COVID-19 internally. Coronavirus contains a positive sense single-stranded RNA genome. Here genome is the haploid set of chromosomes in a gamete or microorganisms. The genome size for coronavirus ranges from approximately 27 to 34 kilobases. Here, kilobases is the expression of length of nucleic acid molecules. The genome size is one of the largest among viruses. The later reading frames encode the four major structural proteins, that are spike, envelope, membrane, and nucleocapsid. Interspersed between this reading frames are the reading frames for the accessory proteins. The number of accessory proteins and their functions is unique depending upon the specific coronavirus. Let's talk about the effects after recovering from COVID-19. Hong Kong's hospital authority made a finding after studying the people who fully recovered from coronavirus, that is COVID-19. They gathered a group of 12 people, from which 2 to 3 people reported changes in their lung capacity. Some people also reported that there is a drop of 20 to 30% in the lung functioning. So, what should they do? According to the specialists and the doctors, they are suggesting to do more and more cardiovascular activities and exercises and physiotherapy that will help them to strengthen up their lung capacity. So let's take a look at how a COVID-19 virus is transmitted. So talking about the transmission, there are two types of transmission: person to person and by touching contaminated surfaces. For person to person transmission between people, who are in close contact with one another within about 6 feet, they are there are a possibility, or we can say a probability, of getting infected by coronavirus through respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs or sneezes. These droplets can land in the mouth or nose of people who are nearby or possibly inhaled into the lungs. Now, second, let's talk about the spread from contact with contaminated surfaces or objects. It may be possible that a person can get COVID 19 by touching a surface or object that has the virus on it and then touching their own mouth, nose, or possibly their eyes. But this is not thought to be the main way this virus spreads. The levels the level of spread highly contagious, spreads very easily. So, let's talk about how much time does it remain on the surfaces of different objects. As you can see in this table, there are a lot of surfaces being given in this table, described in this table. In air, it lasts up to 3 hours. On copper, it lasts up to 4 hours. On cardboard, it lasts up to 24 hours. And on plastic and stainless steel, it lasts up to 72 hours. They concluded it that they, if this new coronavirus resembles other human coronavirus, such as it has its cousin that cause SARS and MERS, it can stay on the surfaces such as metal, glass, or plastic for as long as 9 days. In comparison, flu viruses can last on surfaces for an only about 48 hours. Want to study about the different symptoms that is caused by COVID-19 and how uh, one symptom contributes to the total of COVID-19, you can take a look at this table, and you can also take a screenshot if you want to. Take a look at how to prevent getting affected by COVID-19. So these are the basic guidelines given by provincial or state government. So what can you do personally to avoid getting affected by COVID-19? I will suggest you to wear mask very oftenly when you travel outside. You should avoid touching unnecessary things. You should first maintain your hygiene. Stay away from rumors coming from social medias, and I will suggest the thing that will I will most suggest is quarantine or isolating. Thanks for watching, guys. Do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and please touch the bell icon for regular updates from my channel. And as always, God bless you all and take care. Goodbye.